Well, the Supreme Court has allowed Donald Trump to dismantle the Department of Education. They overturned an injunction from a lower court, allowing him to fire thousands of Department of Education workers. Of course, they're being sued by state governments as a result of this, some $6.8 billion in funding. And it's really the Supreme Court allowing this man to do whatever he wants to do. This is what a lot of people feared, where the Supreme Court weighed in on these nationwide injunctions. Niambi, this is what we're now faced with. And so we're seeing this one by one, how SCOTUS is allowing this man to do what the hell he wants to do.
I mean, we talked about this before here, Roland. I mean, when Ellie Lister was here, when I was last here, and what they're doing is essentially punting on the substance and saying whether this is right on a procedural ground. And I think, of course, on procedural grounds, this is wrong. And it's always telling the fact that when they do these sort of emergency or shadow kind of rulings, that they don't have to sort of publicly proclaim what they voted for and what their rationale is. But I think the dissents have been speaking volumes about this, because what they're doing is essentially setting the stage so that there will be no additional sort of sharing of power to come forward. I mean, I think we always assume there will always be another election, and that next election can undo the damage that is caused here. But Donald Trump told you in 2024, when they was running, we might not have to do any elections again. And I think he sincerely means that. And it seems, at least for the time being, this Supreme Court is allowing him to amass the most power he can so that he can follow through on those kinds of promises. Now, that also means that they're potentially hastening their own demise as an institution. But I think for now, at least, it seems like the majority is very clear that they think of this as an imperial presidency, and they're giving him every opportunity, every tool to be that. And that's what his state of desire was, and they're following through on it. And it's, us, essentially, right, the people who have to live with this and the fallout of all of this.
Raven, we are constantly trying to explain to people that elections have consequences. Trump was able to appoint 3 Supreme Court justices because, frankly, a lot of people didn't like Hillary Clinton in 2016.
That's right, Roland. I mean, what we're seeing is a complete obfuscation of checks and balances. There's a MAGA majority in the Supreme Court, and they are doing its bidding. That's not how it's supposed to work, but that's how it's unfolding. Now, as it pertains to the Department of Education, they told us they were going to dismantle it.